Okay, good morning. So, welcome. If this is your first time here, good to see you again. If you've been here before, but I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Sierra McBride. I am a lot of things. I am woman. I'm a woman, identify as woman. I'm black. Um, I'm passionate. I can go on, but I think why most of you are here is because you want to follow my excuse me, healthcare journey. So I'm gonna give it to you the raw, the real, as much as I can realistically and mentally do, because it's a lot. And because it's a lot, and I don't look right into the camera, so please forgive me. I'm gonna tell you that full disclosure now. Um, it's a lot. And I've been on my healthcare journey. Let me just go ahead and start by telling you I have chronic myeloid leukemia. I was diagnosed August 19th, 2019. And it is, as of today, June 30th, 2022. So most of you are here because of that. I restarted this relaunch kind of thing, this forum, because it's been heavy on my heart. And the main reason why I really wanted to do this is because, one, I wanted to overcome a fear of mine. So the interesting thing about this is I am a very outgoing person most of the time. And when I say most of the time, I mean like 98% of the time, maybe no less than 95% of the time. I'm very outgoing, outspoken, very dominant, very strong. But I've struggled with presenting myself in this forum because of other people. And I can't let other people no longer influence something that I felt was heavy on my heart and that I really needed to do, which is bring content to you about my journey. Maybe that will enlighten you if you're just starting a healthcare journey. And it doesn't have to be cancer, it could be anything. I also want to hold myself accountable, because in my personal life, I really struggle, and probably in other areas of my life, and I shouldn't say probably, in other areas of my life, depending on what it is, I struggle with consistency, and discipline sometimes. So I think this is going to instill some discipline, consistency, because I really want to at least try and do one video a week, like for real. So you, as my followers, please hold me accountable to that, because I'm one of those. For a long time, it's really strange because I've been other people's accountability partners, but sometimes I need that too. So also, another disclosure, probably 5 minutes in, is I ramble, so I'm going to try to stay on task. But if you don't like my rambling or you don't like this, feel free to just walk away, flow on with the wind. Maybe this isn't the place for you. I always tell people I'm not for everybody. I'm definitely acquired taste. So there's that. I'm doing this, and also within this, it's not always going to be like this, but one of my goals is I want to do this while I'm out in God's creation. So I'm walking my neighborhood. And that also holds me accountable to moving when I start my day, because most of the time my goal is to do these in the morning, because in the evening I work, and with work, with all of my personal woes and things of that nature, my brain, my mind, my soul is mush by the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying you won't get some evening, afternoon content sometimes, but I'm just saying my goal is to walk while I talk to you, even though there may be sometimes you will see me, and you definitely will see me in the clinic, because I want you all to see that. I want you all to see how hard my nurses work. Sorry, there was a squirrel. How hard my nurses work, what my journey looks like while I'm at the clinic, the people I encounter. I may even, if some consent, have times where I talk to other patients, because everybody's healthcare journey is different. So there will be, content in different settings. But like I said, I want to do this while I'm walking, because that also encourages me to start my day by moving. And I will say, I have been extremely stressed. And because I'm so stressed, I'm getting away from what I already know I love, which is moving, whether it be dance, whether it be walking, whether it be taking a class or whatever. I've been stressed for various reasons. So I'm hoping to empower myself by doing this, by coming to you with this content while I'm on a walk. I really don't want to talk more than 30 minutes. I'm looking at the time now and I'm already at almost 7 minutes. But, I guess I'm just going to let this be really organic, because I'm really big about just being organic and being my truest self. So my goal is to talk for 30 minutes. But, some days I'm in the doctor for hours. And it's interesting because yesterday I really wanted to post or do some content, because all of my people are like, Sierra, we want to know your journey. And yesterday I had all intention. Good morning. I'm walking. I'm sure people think I'm crazy because I'm talking to the camera. But and I'm also walking. Oh, this is a dog I think I'm familiar with. Maybe not. I don't know. I have to really be careful because my counts are low, and I don't want to have my first day of content be me fighting off a dog. I love animals, but I am going to protect myself first. So, that's just what it is. But anyway, so yesterday I really wanted to do my first serious committed content video in the clinic. And it actually would have been perfect because it was a very busy day in the clinic. I got there about 7:10 a.m. yesterday, and I did not leave there until probably about 3 something yesterday, maybe 3:40. So it was a very long day. I say that to say, if you have a family member or a friend or someone that you have a relationship with that is going through healthcare struggles, and especially healthcare situations where they're fighting for their life, one thing I will tell you is be patient with them. Be patient. And it's hard to know how. I have people all the time ask me, what do you need? How can I help? I don't know. Oftentimes, and let me give you another full disclosure, my emotions, anxiety, all over the place. So if I start crying, grace. This is a grace space. So please extend grace. But if you have someone, relationship with anyone that is on a healthcare journey, be patient with them. Lower your expectation for them. Everybody has different circumstances in their life. And I say that to say, even though we all have different circumstances, I will tell you, I will be proof to you that no matter what your circumstances are, until you get or receive news that really changes your life in so many major ways, it's hard to understand. And that's another reason why I'm here, because I've had this immense feeling of people just don't understand. I serve and I'm in and I'm aligned with lots of communities of people that do understand, and it's so interesting because we all feel this. I mean, we all feel different, but there's a lot of commonality in what we're going through, especially if you have cancer. So, I say that to say patience and grace. This first one is probably going to be more like a ramble. I want to have my content organized. So, this is just like a start. You may or may not see this video. I don't know. Maybe you will. But at least one video a week is what I want to bring to you all. And for the most part, I want to have a topic of discussion. So like one day it may be a day in the life of me being in the clinic at the doctor. One day it may be post-transplant, which is another reason why I'm doing this again. I'm doing this again because, or I'm relaunching because if you're new to my journey, when I first got diagnosed, we started with chemo pills. Those did not work. The next major step in my journey was to do a bone marrow transplant. And this will be news to a lot of you, even people that know me, my transplant did not take. In some ways, I rejected the transplant. So here we are again. I'm doing transplant number 2 very, very soon. So I really wanted to do this because when my doctor started coming to me about transplant for the second time, I was very nervous. It was interesting the first time because I had lots and lots of support all over the world. And I really didn't know what to expect. Like they tell you, they give you this packet, but it's like sensory overload. You get a lot of information, right? And everybody's journey is different, and that's another thing about when you have cancer. It's so interesting because people unconsciously compare what they've experienced with other people to try to relate to you. And I'm here to tell you, if you find yourself in a situation, in a relationship with someone that has cancer, this is kind of like a public service announcement. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. It's okay to say, wow, I can't imagine. It's okay to say, tell me about your journey. Because so many times people have shared with me when I tell them I have cancer, they find the want to relate to that by saying, my grandfather had cancer, my mom passed away with cancer, my brother, my best friend. And I will say, if you say that, it's not just like a hard wrong or whatever. We're all on this journey of life to learn and, whatever. But I will say, you don't have to. I just want you to know that you don't have to feel the need to relate, because even though someone very close to you has experienced this, and I think we live in a world, in a society today where almost every single person, and I would almost be willing to say every single person, has experienced someone or been a part of someone's cancer journey. So people say that when it's like, I expect that. So that's another reason why I want to share that you don't have to feel a want to relate to my cancer story or someone else's cancer story. Another thing is, it's okay to not know what to say. It's okay to not know what to do. And so in doing this, like I said, I do want to take this opportunity because when someone has cancer, I'm very much well aware, because I think some people think that or assume or feel the need to tell me that people are impacted by your cancer journey, right? Well, I'm very much aware for multiple reasons. I'm very much aware because, like I said a second ago, I would think that most people have been affected or impacted by cancer in one way or another, right? I would be willing to say almost every person has, because so many people have been diagnosed with cancer. It's not a rare thing. So, for that reason, I've been impacted by cancer. For another reason, that prior to me being diagnosed, I actually worked in a cancer clinic. So there's that role of the caregiver, the healthcare perspective that I have, and it impacted me when I worked there. Like I said, I've been a family member, a friend, so it's impacted me from that personal relationship aspect. I don't have children, so I don't know what that's like. I've never been impacted from that perspective. But I say that to say, I know I've been, a family member, a part of people's health care, so I know that it impacts everyone. But let me tell you one thing, especially if you don't have it. I am 1,000%, more than 1,000% considerate and understanding of cancer, and most of my content will be about cancer because that's what I have. So, and it's probably relatable to other healthcare journeys, but that's what I have. So that's what I'm going to speak in reference to. Excuse me. But I understand that it impacts other people around you. But I do want to say this. Please know. Please be considerate of. Please think about. No matter who you are and what your relation is to the person that has cancer, your journey is not harder than the person that actually has it. Let me say that again. No matter what your relationship is to the person that has cancer, your journey within that, your experience within that, how it impacts you is not harder, does not compare to the person that actually has cancer. So be mindful of that. Okay, so with that, I'm encroaching on 30 minutes. I think my first session is kind of okay for me to ramble. I have a lot of things on my heart and mind. So there'll be other opportunities for me to talk. I'm not really sure when I'm going to cut this off. It's okay if you only listen to 5 minutes. If you listen to the whole thing, 30 minutes, I don't care. I'm doing this for other people that will potentially walk this journey of being diagnosed with cancer. I'm doing this for the supporters that want to know how to help someone within close relation to them deal and support them through their journey. So there will be lots of content on that. Like I said, I want to bring in other people that are on my journey. I've got the cancer family is so big. Once you become a part of this community, you get to know a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. So I have lots of friends that were diagnosed well before me. As I said, I did work in a cancer clinic before. So I will probably be talking to them. Like I said, I will probably find opportunities to talk to my healthcare providers, interview them, because they're a big part of my life. I am also going to have content or videos with my support system. And there are very, very many of them, like a lot of them. In fact, I've been so overwhelmed with the support. So let me say this. If you're watching this video right now and you care about me, you're a friend or a family member of me, and you've commented on my Facebook, you text me, you've called me, you sent me things, prayers, good thoughts, positive vibes, gifts. I've received so much. I am so overwhelmingly thankful and grateful for you. I also want to thank you for your grace, because probably before my first transplant, but definitely after, I experienced a lot of anxiety. So I say that to say I get so overwhelmed so quickly. So quickly. So, I probably have unread text messages in my phone right now. It's not intentional. There's probably people that have commented on my posts, on my stories, and I probably had every intent, and I know I did have every intent to respond, with gratitude, acknowledging whatever questions, comments, or things they shared with me, and I did not. And for that, I apologized. But I just want to say thank you. I want to take a moment to thank all of the people on my journey. There's a lot of them. I don't want to go into like great detail of who is around me. If you know me, you know. And there will be opportunities for you to meet them, for you to hear from them, how it impacted them, how it still impacts them. You know, my parents, my love, my partner, other members of my family, my friends, my healthcare providers. Because if you don't know me, if you're new here, my healthcare providers are also my colleagues. So, you'll get a chance to meet them. Like I said, you'll get a chance to meet other people that I share this journey with, other cancer warriors. You'll get a full spectrum of what I want you to know. And I'm gonna try to be as transparent as I can, but I also believe that, and this is why I've been hesitant to do this for so long, is because we now live in a society and in a world where people produce content for various reasons. Whatever those reasons are, honestly, are not my business. And I had to get over that. To be able to allow myself to do this, I had to get over that, because I'll be honest with you. I'm like, so many people do this because they're insecure. Not like talk about cancer, but just they're on social media so publicly and so much. I'm like, they're insecure and they crave attention. Or, you know, some people do social media for money. They monetize. And so I wanted to be so pure in my motive, and I didn't want to come across as, I have cancer, like, save me, help me. I didn't want to be that. And that is, I promise, that is of no offense or disregard to anybody that may need that. I also didn't want to be, like, I just want to be my purest self. And I will probably reiterate this over and over again. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to help people. I want to help somebody that has been feeling like me, you know, for the past few years. Sometimes it is good to have an outlet. I mean, I have several outlets. But I want to help people like me. I want to help people on their cancer journey. Most importantly, like I said before, I want to be a voice, because when I first started considering having a second transplant, because I said, a lot of you probably don't know this, even if you're not new to my social media platforms, because this will probably be posted in multiple places. I said that I would not have a second transplant. The first time was so hard. And I knew it was going to be hard, but I didn't know exactly how I was going to feel. But here I am again, wrapping my mind around doing it for a second time. And wrapping my mind around it, I had went online, like social media, TikTok, and I'm not really a TikTok person, to see if people were talking about having transplant for the second time. And I'm not saying that content is not out there, but I will say that I couldn't find it easily, even on TikTok. And if you are a TikToker, You know, there's lots of content and education on TikTok, but I couldn't find it. So I said, you know what, easily. So I want to share my journey, and hopefully other people will be empowered by it and also help me share my journey, in case you are doing this for the first time, but especially if you're thinking or considering having transplant for the second time. So with that, I think I'm going to stop because I'm a little over 30 minutes. And we'll have lots of time to do this. We'll have lots of things to talk about. You will see me a lot, so I don't want to overwhelm you with the hour or 2 hours of content in one video, because we got time to talk. And I have to go to work. It's probably 7 a.m. at this point, and I wanted to be on by 7:30, but I really needed a release this morning. Like, I woke up feeling very discombobulated, just very stressed from my day at the doctor yesterday. I'm not going to break it down to you because, like I said, I'm going to start filming, maybe creating some reels. So if you know how to create reels, I do know people that do it. If you know how to create some reels and you want to help, you want to send me some tips, please help me, because I know y'all don't want to see my full 7-8 hour, sometimes 5-hour day in the clinic at my doctor's appointment. And you know what? I'm going to say this too. I think we live in a world of distrust. People don't trust people. People don't trust humanity. It's just a lot of distrust. I can be one of those people. I don't fully trust anyone but myself, because I know what I will do and I know what I won't do. But even though you're going to see me in the clinic, I want to start this video by saying I am a patient. This is my wristband from yesterday. I probably should maybe showed you some information that you don't need, but whatever. I don't care. If you're a weirdo, you're a weirdo, and I'll pray for you. But maybe I'll put a heart or something, some kind of emoji or emoticon, whatever, however you say that, over any personal information that was on there. But we're at 33 minutes. I wanted to keep it under or around 30 minutes this first video. I know people that have made videos every single day. I may try. I ain't making no promises. What I will try to hold myself accountable to is one video a week. Sometimes it may be multiple videos within a week. Like the beginning, maybe multiple videos. I also want to share, because this is to the people that commented or liked or whatever, the people that I've spoken with about doing this, that I also said that I will be sharing content about other things, because I have other interests that you may be interested in too. And so to kind of lighten the mood, even though once you get to know me, you'll know that I am a pretty positive person about my journey. Like, I don't get super sad often. I mean, I do get sad, but I'm pretty positive. Let me just leave it at that. So there will be other content to kind of lighten the mood if it's hard for you to process this or understand this, about things that I like. So just to give you some insight on what those things are, I love fashion. And a lot of people don't know that. Well, if you really know me, you know that. But again, as I said, a lot of people don't know the depth of that because I don't always like post what I'm wearing, or you don't always see me out. So unless you're around me all the time, you may not know that. So there will be content about fashion. Like some days when I get dressed, people ask me like, where am I going? Why am I so dressed up? And I'm like, what? This is just clothes. It's just clothing. It's garments to me. So there'll be content about fashion for sure. I also love sports. If you know me, you know that. So there will be content about sports. What else will you get content about? Traveling. I love to travel. I don't know how much I'm gonna be traveling here soon because I'm about to have transplant. I would love to take at least one more trip before I have transplant. So we'll see. Me and my partner did that before my last transplant, and I'm so glad that we did. So we probably will try to do that again. I had like my last hurrah before I went down the last time I had it, like with my girlfriend. So I'll probably do that again. And then with my love, so we'll probably do that again. So and once I get over the hump, because God, I've prayed for healing. Some of you have prayed for my healing, and hopefully as you come along this journey with me, you will continue to pray for my healing. So what I'm praying is that this transplant, I am going to fully absorb it, mind, body, soul, and spirit, by the grace of God. And I will do more traveling. So there will be more content on traveling, because even after I have transplant, I'm still going to produce content. I think I'm a pretty interesting person. So, we'll see how you all respond to that. So there will be content about traveling. Sorry, I got on a little ramble there. And then I also love event design. And I did that before I got diagnosed. I planned lots of weddings, coordinated lots of weddings. I've worked at 3 venues. I love all things event design, parties, and all of that. So you'll probably get some content about that stuff as well. So with that, I have been on here for 38 minutes, and I apologize, but this is video one of many for those of you that are new. If you are new, because this will go on my YouTube, go check out some other videos. You can kind of get a little bit of insight on me preparing, maybe mostly after I think I had transplant the first time. There's not a lot of content because, like I said, for various reasons, I always found a way to talk myself out of doing it consistently. But this time, my goal is to be consistent. So, with that, thank you for watching. Nice to meet you. If you're new, when I post this video, if you watched it, do me a favor, introduce yourself, say hi. Let me know what kind of content you want to see. Like, what kind of questions do you have? And I'm going to address those things as I do more videos. So if you have things that you want to know about me, about your own family member or own friend, spouse, whatever, that you want to help them with, let me know. If you are a cancer thriver, and you have questions too, whether you're new on this journey or you've been on the journey longer than me, I don't know, stick them in the chat. Stick them in my comment box, because this will go up on my Facebook too. probably I have my personal Instagram page. I think I'm gonna make another Instagram page because I kind of want to keep it separate. Like, I don't, some of my videos I may post on my personal Instagram, and I probably will. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to get all off in that and go down a rabbit hole for you all to join me with. I'm at 40 minutes, a little over. So, I'm Sierra, as I said before, your fellow Cancer thriver. That's what they call me in one of my groups. And so, it's nice to meet you. And until next time, peace.